Hey, my name is Matt. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be installing these Zipwake interceptors on the back of my boat, the Outcast. Well, in our previous couple videos, we've been getting this transom ready to put these Zipwakes on after we took off our trim tabs. Here's how our gel coat turned out. We sanded it down with 320 grit. Just did a light wet sand on it. Turned out really well. I'm not going to go any further or polish it or anything. I'm going to end up bottom painting everything anyways. Alright, so here we are on the starboard side of the boat. We have our template installed. I went ahead and I taped up these stir sticks to the bottom of the boat, and I set our template on the stir sticks. Yeah, I kind of got to hold them up because that tape's not going to hold it perfect, but got it really close there. They're not going to sit completely flush. You can have up to 15-degree angle here. But what you're going to do is go ahead and drill out these 10 holes, depending on the size of trim tab that you're going to get, or interceptor. This one has 10 holes here. I'm going to start with a 1/8 inch bit and then work myself up to a 13/64 on these holes. And then I decided to go with a clean look, and I'm going to tap this below the water line. I hope I don't regret it. But I'm going to drill an 1/8 inch hole here and then a 3/4 inch hole to pass the cord through. Let's get these drilled out. Alright, so here's the back of the interceptor. I'll go over disassembling these here in a second. But before I drill any holes in the back of my boat, what I wanted to do was see how deep these actually needed to go. Because I don't want to drill any more into that core of that transom than I have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my screw in the back plate of this, and I'm going to hold this drill bit here and get a good mark right there. I'm going to take some tape here. I'm just going to mark that off so we don't drill these unnecessarily deep. I'll have to come back and drill that one all the way through. Just start slow. Don't rush it. You don't want to crack your gel coat. After all, that is why you're fixing this in the first place. And then drill out all 10 of these, and then we'll go back and we'll go over them again. Now that we got all of our holes drilled out, I'm going to go ahead and remove this and then drill these out with our next size larger drill bit here. You think your transom's thick, huh? This is when you really get to see what it was made of. I got wood, but it's all completely dry, so that's a plus. Oh, maybe we should put it on drill. Let's see if that makes a difference. And maybe turn it up a little. I don't like to. I like to go low and slow. But we're through. Whew. It didn't turn out too bad at all. We can deal with that. We'll pump that baby full of sealant. What I should do is put a bunch of resin in there. That would be the thing to do. Alright guys, so here's the Zipwake right here. This is how it comes in the box. You need to remove, they come tight. That screw, and we have another screw right here that needs to come out. Alright. We're gonna pop these out completely. And then this should pull apart. Now this is our backplate. This is how your cord comes right here. We are not going to use that. We're going to use this hole in the back right there and go through the boat. So we need to remove this, the servo, and then we're going to get this mounted to the boat. So you want to slide this through hole. This is the back nut off of your cable. And then what we're going to do is feed it through here. Feed our cable inside here. I'm going to leave this loose and that on the floor, and then I'm going to go ahead. Oh, we're through. I feel fuel tank. Let's hop up aboard the Outcast and fish this out of there. Here we are up on the Outcast. Went ahead and peeled the deck off for this. Oh, we have our cord. Make sure you go ahead and clean this really well. We're going to be applying 5200 on this. We want these to be as watertight as possible. We don't need any water in our transom. We want to keep it good for lots of years. Now that we have that all cleaned up, we're going to go ahead here and apply our 5200 3M. It's great stuff. Only use it if you plan on never taking these off again. This Alright. Now, we don't want to apply a ton of sealant. It says you would think you would really want this to be sealed up well, but apparently that is not the case. They have a strict warning on using too much sealant. If you're gonna do this, make sure you clean this with acetone, because you're not supposed to have any sealant in here. But I do not want any water in my transom. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Next up, tighten all your screws down. And your install is complete. Well, there we have one installed. We will repeat again on the other side. Follow for part 2. We'll get this bad boy wired up and hopefully on a fishing trip. Remember, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.